Okay, good morning. It turns out this is the way to Maine this morning. We stayed at standing Indian shelter last night. We just summited Standing Indian Mountain a couple moments ago. And now the trail runs south and southeast for a while. That might be easier to see, I'm not sure. But anyway, cold, wet morning. Stayed pretty dry last night. Going to bed, and then it started raining pretty good late into the night or early this morning. And everybody stayed pretty dry in their tents. I think some of the people in the shelter actually were complaining about being wetter than we were because the mist was just kind of rolling in on them. Hooked back up with George and Kristen in camp last night. They headed out a little before us this morning, but I think we're all going to the shelter. Crowder shelter or something. I can't. It starts with a C, I think. But everybody's feeling pretty good this morning after that almost 11-mile day and like 3,200 feet of elevation gain. So that's a pretty big deal. I mean, that would have killed us the first week or two. So legs and joints and so forth are getting stronger. That's an encouraging mark. Got a few aches and pains here and there, but I think it's just stuff that will stretch and get used to the beating that we're giving them. Asher rejoined us this morning. The people he's getting a ride with. We're going to go visit some family. So we get him for the today and the next 3 days, basically. So that's cool. We were all a little melancholy walking away from him last night. So we're glad to have him back for a few days. And I guess that's it for now. Do you hear that? No raindrops.
Oh my gosh.
Strange green algae or something all over the trees. Good morning. I guess it's Tuesday, probably. We are just leaving the previous shelter, Goldberry or something. That's kind of bad. I don't remember already. I don't think I remembered the name yesterday either. But anyway, we got there. It rained a lot last night. I think everybody stayed pretty dry. So tents are doing well for us. Shelter was full again. The big news right now is the big news that's back home. Coronavirus. So nobody on trail around us seems to have it. But the worry is all of the shutdowns and everything. How that's going to affect the hike. And also nobody wants to contribute to spreading the virus. And then number 3 is everybody's stockpiling up on the things that we need too. Food, toilet paper, hand sanitizer. So the easy to make, lasts a long time, doesn't need refrigerated food is the stuff everybody's buying up. Instant mashed potatoes, backpacker meals, everybody's stockpiling it. So not only is supply limited, but prices are going up. So places are shutting down, like little hostels and stuff that people typically stay at. So it's stressful. We're pretty worried about whether or not we'll get to complete our hike. Worried about family members back home. We're worried about our own safety to some extent, although we're both young and healthy, so as I cough. It's still a concern, obviously. It's not the easiest place to be sanitary out here. There's not a sink around the corner. So we have soap and a limited supply of hand sanitizer, and we use it as best we can. And not being in the shelters is honestly one of the best things that can happen as far as not getting contaminated. But yeah, there's between the rain, they're saying could thunderstorm today, and the virus, there's definitely a muted happiness amongst everybody this morning. So it's sad to see that. So getting a little personal here, just the way Sarah and I view the world as Christians, we're just trusting God with it. We're praying and we're recognizing that He's on the throne. That doesn't mean that bad things can't happen. He's not a genie. He's not our nanny that's responsible to keep every little thing from going wrong. But it is a sense of peace, trusting in Him. So evidently there's some drama up here with a tree that fell into the trail. So things are a little exciting right now. Very muddy, difficult to get around. Well done.
Go this way. I'm out of it. Maybe that was the easier way. I don't know, but I just know the way less traveled is going this way.
Okay, talk to you later. I lost the video where I mentioned that my buddy asked a question. John Simmons does everything from podcasts to write books, and I'll link his channel in the description. He wanted to know what was the most unexpected good and bad thing that we found out here. Bad would be fear. The way that little things start making you afraid that the whole thing is gonna fall apart. And big things make you afraid. But I didn't expect the fear to be so gripping. There's times where you'll walk miles just certain that everything's over. You're gonna leave tomorrow, you know? So it's a mental battle, which I knew, but it's just kind of like being married. People can tell you that it's hard work, but until you're there, you don't really know. The most unexpected good thing is probably the people. Everybody says how amazing the people are out here, and I was thinking that we would meet some cool people, but hiking in a group having some other people to bounce things off of, it makes a big difference. The miles go by faster. People encourage each other. You distract each other from the misery that this is sometimes. Let's turn in this whole circle. Hiking up these big hills. So, yeah, I expected to meet cool people. I didn't expect to need them to the level that we do. I've said before, this is a journey that I wanted to take together with her, for us to know each other better and just get closer with each other, go through amazing and difficult times. But I'm glad we have these other people. I do cherish our alone moments still, but the people are what's making it. Especially when you hike in clouds for 3 days straight and don't get to see any of the cool views that you climbed so hard to get to. He also asked, John did, what the gaps are. So we just went through Mooney Gap, I said. And those are basically just little low points between two mountains. It's a place a road might go through instead of having to go all the way to the top and over a peak. So, thanks for your questions, John. I guess you'll see these in answers in about a week or so when it finally comes out. Okay, you're tired of hearing me breathe hard, and I'm gonna get up to the top of this thing. Bye now. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. You can click the bell to get notifications when we upload. You can follow us on Instagram at WithYouOutside. Please consider donating to Hike for Mental Health. Links are in the description.